You're gone and testing is already looming on the horizon.
Broccoli is going to be a bumpy ride.
In the meantime, stay tuned for today's announcements.
Good morning, Swigert. It's Tuesday, January 20th, 2015. I'm Georgiana Wenong.
Now to rise with your administrative announcements.
First up, we have today's Mars behavior.
Remember, MARS is an acronym which stands for
Motivation,
accountability,
respect,
and above all, safety.
We will kick off the Mars reminder with motivation.
Now that we're in the third quarter, some of you need to pick up the pace and ensure that you are getting your work done.
If you don't, you are ultimately looking at a mandatory after-school tutoring.
Saturday school.
And eventually summer school.
And if that doesn't work for you, we can always find yourself repeating the same grade.
So your best bet is to get done what you need to get done.
Next on the checklist is uniforms.
It's simple, folks. Just wear the correct colors.
Which would be navy, blue, black, white, and khaki.
And wear the correct style.
Zip-up hoodies, polo shirts, and slacks, not leggings or jeans.
If you wear something that is out of uniform, put it in your locker.
Unless it is 40 degrees or below.
But then you can only wear that between classes.
Once you're in class, out of uniform, stuff comes off.
If you are always cold, then wear things that are in uniform.
And now from a word from our counseling team.
Do not ask for scheduling changes. Not liking a class is not a valid reason to change.
If you do not have a valid reason for a change, do not ask to talk to a counselor.
Rather, write down your concern and leave that with the front office.
Speaking of going to the front office, quit asking to go and get an ice pack.
Ice packs will not kill what ails you.
When it comes to little bumps and scratches, suck it up, buttercups.
Next up, don't forget that headphones and earbuds are not allowed.
Neither are any electronic devices except for the ones that are assigned to you by the school.
And as far as food, gum, and candy go,
knock it off when you get into your classroom because you get to eat for breakfast and the cafeteria for lunch. It's a district policy.
Finally, remember to keep our campus beautiful. Mr. Scott and his team work hard to keep our campus clean and safe.
Don't change the channel. We have more on the way.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Rose Solis.
And I am Edward Trujillo with the morning announcements.
To get us started, we'd like to share one of the special holidays that falls on today.
Every day has multiple things to celebrate.
And today, feel free to celebrate National Cheese Lovers Day.
Did you know that an average American consumes 31 pounds of cheese each year?
That may seem like a lot, but for the average French person, that's 50 pounds.
There are more than 900 known cheeses in the world, and they can all be classified by their texture.
People have been making cheese for at least 8,000 years.
Wow, that's some old cheese. I wonder if it smells like your feet.
Yeah. Anyway, we'd like to remind you to bring in box tops to your first period class.
Each one is actually worth money to the PTA will turn around and spend it on us.
So be sure to support yourself by supporting the school. Go Titans.
Last Friday, we had a really good assembly to recognize several students.
Speaking of students getting recognized, be certain to keep your ears open for which ones of us will be nominated for the Colorado Youth Corps Association.
CYCA winners will attend a ceremony, ice cream social, and have an opportunity to win cash prizes.
This will also be a great opportunity for the CYCA nominees to begin working on their resumes or college applications.
Speaking of things that would look good on your college application,
be sure to get in on the peer mentor program.
JSAA is partnering with the Hunt Elementary in a dinner and buddy reading program.
That will run on Mondays through Thursdays right here.
Don't you want to have your own little elementary school kid to nourish and help?
Sounds good. In the meantime, we have heads up for 8th graders on Thursday, January 22nd.
Our feeder high schools will be here to help you register whatever high school you will be attending to.
Finally, we'd like to remind you not to miss out on your memories for the year.
Be sure to pre-order your yearbook. After all, the number of extras are usually limited.
That's it for your daily announcements. This has been Rosalise.
I am Eduardo Trujillo. Stay tuned for the clubs and events are next. Clubs and events up next.
Hello everyone, I'm Delicia Gallegos.
And I'm Hayden Hayward with Clubs and Events.
We'd like to kick things off with a little segment that we call This Day in History.
70 years ago today, Franklin D. Roosevelt was sworn in for an unprecedented term as U.S. President.
2 years later, the Second Amendment, which only allowed for 2 years as president, was ratified.
On the actual point of this segment, from now up past spring break, the weather can be unpredictable.
That being the case, if it is snowing or extra cold or icy, check with your club sponsor.
When the weather is nasty, it is likely that everyone will just want to get home after school.
As far as we know, nothing's going on Mondays.
However, on Tuesdays, feel free to join Pre-Engineering Club with Mr. Anderson in room 121.
And on Wednesdays, you have 2 options.
There's Video Lab with Duffy in Studio 42.
Or Environmental Club with Miss Bones in room 120.
On Thursdays, Orchestra Kids pluck strings with Miss Bone in room 512.
And when announced, Fridays have National Junior Honor Society meeting with Miss Kimberly in 144.
Battle of the Books happens when it happens. Just listen for the times.
Which we will share with you when we find out.
And all clubs run from around 4:10 to 5:30.
At 5:30, you have the option of having dinner here at the school, then catch the activity bus.
As far as events go, rumor has it that there will be a dance next month.
Keep in mind that it is possible that you may not be allowed to go if you have a history of poor behavior.
That's all for now. This has been Hayden Haywood.
And Alicia Gallego. Stay tuned for sports.
It's time to tie up with sports. I am Leticia Hernandez.
And I'm Kyle McGraw. First up, we have a line on Swigert Sports.
Boys basketball has begun and practice is going strong.
Practice runs until 6, Monday with Coach KK.
The first game goes down on our home turf and Thursday at 4:30 against the Galileo Bulldogs.
And intramurals are starting back up tomorrow with indoor soccer.
On Thursday, Coach Fuel will hold area football.
And on Friday, we seem to return of battle.
All events run from 7:15 to 7:50, and you must remember to be on time and remain on your best behavior.
On the D11 front, our district is once again joining forces with CRISP in order to provide middle school students with an opportunity to play soccer.
That happens on Monday nights from 5:30 to 7 at Watson Gym.
And just a heads up, on March 7th, CRISP will hold its Futsal Frenzy soccer tournament.
The national sports, thanks to Andrew Luck and the individual class, NFL fans will have a different Super Bowl than last season.
The Colts upset Peyton Manning and the Denver Broncos in the divisional round. and end any hopes of a rematch between the Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks.
International Sports From Language in Tulsa are not planning to make signs during the January transfer window.
Opportunity Chelsea. Apparently, Chelsea feels uncomfortable with their current lineup.
Good for them. Okay, that is all for today, except for the joke of the day, which we are doing in honor of our Nation Cheese Lover Days.
What did the melted cheese say to the unlucky tortilla? What?
The man, it's Nacho Day.
That's horrible. This has been Kyle McGraw
And Leticia Hernandez. And before we go, would everyone please rise for the pledge?
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice